Hello, my name is Ryan Bissesti, and I'm a senior engineering major at Endicott College. I'm going to tell you about some of the things I did while looking for my internship and what you can learn from them. First place I usually went to, job boards. LinkedIn and Indeed were the two big ones. These ones tended to take a lot longer than their usual ones, as these ones took like several weeks to several months for people to get back to me, and most of the time it was no. Personal recommendation, if you want to look on a job board, look on them as soon as possible, because companies tend to start hiring for spring and summer jobs usually around January, February. So if you're gonna look on a job board, start looking about October, November, because that's when they'll start like putting out the things, and that's when like the least amount of people will be looking up for them. If you want to go for a more in-person approach, I recommend looking with professors and your parents or aunts, uncles. See if they have any connections to the major you're looking into, possible jobs that could be good. Always also obviously make sure that it's close by, assuming you're okay with driving. In terms of when you do get a job that someone gets back to you and you have to go for an interview, I've done 2 in-person and 2 FaceTime, Zoom, Google Meet based interviews. In terms of which one I prefer, assuming I can pick either one, personally Google Meet, Zoom, FaceTime, those ones are the ones I prefer. More so just because like I'm not the biggest when it comes to formal wear, and that's the big draw when it comes to in-person interviews, is that you have to pretty much always be in really formal clothing. You can't be in like a graphic tee. You usually have to go in like something like this at the bar minimum to like fancy suit and tie. And also like you have to make sure you have a physical copy of your resume on you, just in case they don't have one on hand. It's always good to like have one just in case you need it, better than even needed and not have it. Better to have it and not need than to need it and not have it. Another, when it comes to my jobs I got over there, well, internships more like it, I had 4. My freshman year, I went to Salem Valley Water Supply Board. I was in their maintenance department, acting as like lawn care maintenance. I also worked in the chemical department, taking water samples. Wasn't my personal favorite, but it was my first one, so I couldn't really complain about it. Then there was the Lynn Learning and Leadership Program, which is held at Endicott. It is a STEM-based camp. It's also my shortest internship, lasting only about a month. So there's that. I mean, it wasn't honestly that bad. Honestly, I got to flex my team building skills. I got to help people like learn more about some of the things I like. Now, my next one was NJet Aero. It is inarguably the largest company I've ever worked for, outside of maybe like the next one. I pretty much worked in handling the files, making sure they were all up to date, making sure they were all correct. I mean, it was kind of nice, got to like flex my organization skills, but the next one, my current one, it was working in the makerspace here at Endicott. This is also my personal favorite because in comparison to the last 3, this one I got to flex my skills in both 3D modeling and laser cutting, which are 2 things I'm really good at. And just feels a lot more satisfying to know that, oh, hey, I get to actually put my skills and talents to use in helping the students. That always feels nice. The one downside compared to the other ones is the fact that the hours are a lot harsher when it comes to keeping in touch with my family, as I'm stuck out of the house from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the latest, assuming I got really unlucky. So there is that. That's just like the only real negative downside I can think of. Also, there's also the fact that like it takes place in the middle of school, but like that's not really as much of a downside as like the hours. So yeah, these are some things I recommend you keep an eye out for. Go start hiring as soon as possible. If you're doing an in-person interview, make sure you have at least a physical copy. And if you can, get in touch with someone you know. See if they have any contacts that you can check in with. See if they can offer you an internship. That's all I can offer. Have a great day.